Hi guys, so I woke up nice and early this morning to pop down to Lidl and I got myself their new mini cordless polisher. And I've been looking forward to trying this because at £29.99 I think it sounds like an absolute bargain. But normally with any of Lidl's cheap tools, you often find there's a slight catch. Take the cordless pressure washer I recently featured. Yes, it was great, £29 sounds amazing, but it still didn't come with a battery or a charger, which is a bit of a deal breaker in my opinion. So when I saw this beauty came with a battery and yes, a charger, I couldn't resist but buy one.
Normally at this point, I do an unboxing, but instead we don't need to unbox anything, because this time around we're treated to a storage case, and it doesn't feel like a flimsy cheap one either. It comes with 9 sanding discs, a soft, medium and a microfiber polishing pad, and it comes with a handle as well, but I doubt I'll be attaching it because I prefer using them without. This bundle comes with a backing plate, but it does feel a little on the hard side.
As for the polisher itself, it's got a lovely solid build quality. It doesn't feel like a toy, but I think that speaks for pretty much all Parkside tools. They feel a lot better than they perform. This has got so much rubber on it, so if I was to put it down quite aggressively or even drop it, I don't think there's any risk of anything cracking. It is a rotary polisher and there are just 2 speed settings. Speed 1, the first gear goes up to 2,700 RPM, and in speed 2, the second gear, it goes all the way up to 8,000 RPM. So if you are using it for polishing, for goodness sake, keep it in speed 1. My only real issue is the variable speed. Apparently you can control it depending on how much pressure you press on the trigger. So if I'm more gentle, I won't hit the maximum RPM, which is what you want for polishing. You don't want it too fast because that could generate heat. But I just feel that in the wrong hands, you could get yourself into a real sticky situation if you end up pressing it too hard and you burn that clear coat. If anything, I would say this tool would be more suitable for restoring car headlights, especially when we've got all the different sanding discs, we've got machine polishing pads as well. I just feel that if they gave us a few more pads and a few more discs, they could label this up as a headlight restoration kit, and I reckon they would sell even more.
My only real concern was this weird burning smell in the case from the manufacturing process. Let's hope it's not a sign of things to come. In the previous 2 videos on the channel, I demonstrated how to prep your car ready for polishing. So we covered the clay bar process and I showed you how far you could go polishing a car by hand. But today, I want to see if I can enhance the paint even more. Now, being a small cordless polisher, I can't focus on the larger panels as it will be way too time consuming. And I only do have 1 battery, so I want to focus on the smaller panels to see how effective it will be.
I do have 2 other Parkside polishers. Both of them have got cords on. This one, by the way, is utterly brilliant. For £29, I'm still really impressed with it. Slightly on the heavy side, but if you can deal with that, I don't think you're going to have many other issues. But it'll be interesting now to see just how well this battery-powered version is going to hold up.
Before I got started, I wanted to pick some good areas to test out. And I'm curious how long the battery will hold out, bearing in mind I only want to use it on gear 1.
I'm just going to be using some medium compound from Infinity Wax. I won't be judging the compounds today because in the next video I'm going to be transforming that Fiat 500 behind me using a whole range of their products. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for that video.
In terms of comfort, it wasn't the best polisher I've ever held, but I think that comes down to being different to anything else I've used in the past. The first thing I noticed was it felt light and it wasn't too loud either. But shortly after, I noticed the first real drawback, as my finger was starting to get tired, because you not only had to have a steady hand, but you also needed a steady trigger finger to balance the speed. So I imagine after a long period of time, it will become incredibly uncomfortable. But still, it wasn't the main job of the polisher. We got to judge it on what it's really used for. And now I'm going to be putting it through the ultimate test.
Right, test panel time. What we have here is a heavily contaminated Saab boot. So I'm going to square it off, clay bar everything so it's nice and smooth, and then we're going to try out the polisher to see how much of a difference we can really make. Now, previously in Lidl, I managed to blag myself loads of these machine polishing pads. These are the same ones that came with my smaller polisher, which I mentioned before, and I've got a heavier, denser pad, so I'm going to use it with a heavy compound as well to see how far we can really go.
Clay barring didn't take too long, then I gave the panel a quick wipe down with panel wipe to leave me with the perfect surface to work on.
Here goes nothing, wish me luck.
I'm starting with the heavy cutting compound because it will stand a better chance of removing those scratches. And believe me, they were deep, so this Parkside polisher was about to be put through its paces.
Because I'm slightly worried about draining the battery and I want to do this in one hit, what I'm going to do is buff this off, jump straight in with the medium, and then go over with a fine compound with the softer pad that comes with the kit, and then I'm going to reveal just how good this really looks. Please don't die on me, battery. We can get to the end.
The next stage was much quicker because the heavy compound had already taken the brunt of the work, and most users will end up with a medium compound because it's a good all-rounder. You'll find heavy compounds have a higher chance of leaving swells, so this one gives you the best of both worlds. The black foam pad is super soft and it's what we use to refine the paint at the very end. The fine compound can easily remove nasty swells and fine scratches, so I'm hoping the combination of all three pads and all three compounds will be enough.
There we go, right, moment of truth. Let's wipe this off and see how far we've got. Here we go, I'm actually excited about this. I don't think it's going to get rid of every single speck. I mean, that is really ambitious. But I would say the majority will be gone. For things like door pillars or small scuffs, I think it's excellent. It does everything you'd expect it to. Now, obviously, you won't be able to use it on the entire car. That would just be madness. But you have an opportunity to have something which is convenient to use without having to plug it in. Yeah, it could always be better if it came with more pads and perhaps another battery. Mind you, I did get that section done. We were nearly 20 minutes in and the battery was still going strong. But then you just got to consider I was working a light load, so minimal pressure, and I wasn't exactly pressing the trigger all the way down. And you can still buy cheap polishing pads from Amazon and Temu if you really needed more. But I do take back what I said earlier on about the handle. I actually think it's better with it on. Normally with these cheap polishers, I would say it's convenience over correction. But in this case, I would say it's both. And another time, I'd like to see how it would perform as a headlight restorer, seeing if I could get both headlights done before the battery dies. Here we go. So this is before, and this is after. There's a few tiny defects, a few deep scratches, which it couldn't quite get out. But all in all, I'm very impressed. Speaking of battery powered tools, I was recently challenged by some subscribers to try the Works Hydra Shot, as they claimed it was the best battery powered pressure washer out there. So I did. And to find out how well it performed, you can watch this video right here.